Alright y'all, so I haven't vlogged all day, but I've been thinking really hard about series that I do want to start within my channel. So I absolutely love cooking. So what I want to do is have like a little mini series. I call it Cooking with the Ancestors. If you ask my friends or family, they will tell you all the time that when I cook, I always be like, you have to summon your ancestors. Now, everybody's ancestors probably can't cook. You know, that's neither here nor there. But mines can. And I listen to them. They live in the pit of my belly, and they lead me. They guide my hand. So I just make up as I go, or actually they lead me. So I don't measure anything. I don't measure flour. I don't measure seasonings. I just go by look, smell, and that I don't know what to call it, like my ancestors, like I feel like there's spirits right there, and they're telling me like, no daughter, go ahead and sprinkle a little bit more, or that's too much, daughter, slow down. So tonight I'm gonna do a really quick meal. I try to do meals like 30 minutes or less, 40 minutes or less, only because my kids usually are hungry and I ain't got time for all of that. So plus I also be tired and I have to get the nighttime routine going. So we're gonna do fried chicken thighs, boneless skin on. We're going to do a stovetop mac and cheese. I'm going to add a little bit extra mac and cheese just to give it a little extra creaminess. Now, if you want to do baked, by all means, but during a weekday, I usually do like a quick stovetop. We're going to do a quick stovetop mashed potatoes. And then just for the greenery, we're going to do like some steamed broccoli, just so I can have something green. Especially since I have two starches, but my kids love mac and cheese and mashed potatoes. That's more so for them. The broccoli is for me. So that is what's on the menu tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything set up so you guys can watch me cook, and we're gonna go from there. All right, so we have our chicken thighs here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start by washing them. So I'm washing the chicken in cold water. I add a little lemon juice to it. Some people add vinegar to clean the chicken. If you do not wash your chicken, you don't have to. Bojangles do not wash their chicken. I know because I used to work there. But in my home, I do wash off all my poultry and beef and that sort of thing. So I'm just washing it really well just to make sure all the gunk is off, trimming off any extra skin as well. All right, y'all. So I got the chicken all washed and clean. So now we're about to go ahead and season it up. Now, the seasons that I use, I always use my Trinity, which is garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, and paprika. Tony Chachere's. Now this is the no salt added kind. So you're probably like, girl, that chicken still be bland as hell because you have absolutely like no sodium, no salt. So what you doing? So I do use flour. In my flour batter, I will add Lawry's seasoned salt. So when you crunch into it, you get some season there. And then I also use Lawry's chicken seasoning here. So I use their chicken and poultry rub, and that's really good. And then I also use a little bit of lemon and pepper by McCormick seasoning. So I know these seasonings all work together. Not only did the ancestors tell me to, but it's been my tried and true. Never had complaints. It's never too salty. It's never under seasoned. It's like absolutely perfect. Now you can use the season that you want to use, but this is what I like to use, and this is what works for me. So let's go ahead and get this chicken seasoned and battered. We're gonna go ahead and get the oil on, heated up. I do not use any sort of temperature gauge. I usually will sprinkle a little flour or splash some water, and I will listen to the noise that it makes. And when my ancestors tell me like, hey girl, that oil is ready, it's ready. I'm coming up here looking homely. Why y'all don't be telling me I be looking real homely? So behind me on the stove, I have the water on for the mashed potatoes, for the mac and cheese, and the oil is also heating up on the for the chicken. So I'm just gonna put a little mustard. Doesn't matter what kind, just a little bit. I don't use Dijon or anything like that, just some straight regular mustard. Now I do use my hands. I don't have any more gloves, so we're just gonna do a bare hand, but a little soap and water and you'll be good to go. Now, because of this, I only use one hand because I need to keep another hand clean so I can season up the food, all right? All right, so We're gonna go ahead and we wanna make sure that the chicken is completely covered in the mustard. And the mustard, you don't taste it, but it definitely helps the chicken stick. And you know what? I swear I think it gives the chicken a nice, beautiful golden brown when you fry it up. Now, for seasoning, again, we're gonna go ahead. Again, I just listen to the ancestors when they tell me to stop. It may look like a lot. Let me wash my hand because I am definitely right-handed. Wash your hand with antibacterial soap. All right, so we're gonna sprinkle. Y'all see that? Now, chicken tastes real fresh, so do not be scared to season your food. Don't be scared. I'm gonna do a little black pepper. Yo, this black pepper, I swear, it gets stuff spicy. A little of this Tony saturated. A little garlic powder. I know this garlic powder is quite powdery, ain't it? And then this is smoked paprika. Now, some people will tell you that this is not a seasoning, it's a decoration. Just regular whole white flour. And then you may can see it may not if it has a little tinge of red, but that is Lawry's seasoning salt. Okay. Alright y'all, so I'm back. So right now, or where we just left off was we just finished seasoning the chicken. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the seasoned chicken and put it inside of my seasoned flour. Again, you use whatever season you want. I will put all the seasonings that I use at the bottom. There will not be any measurements because I'm listening to my ancestors and they told me when to stop. And I know it's gonna be good because they gave me their blessing. Okay, so you reach out to your ancestors, whoever they may be. All right, so we'll go ahead and add the chicken to the flour. Now, so yeah, we're just gonna shake this up, okay? We're gonna put on the tray, let it rest a little bit so the oil can finish heating up. So I'll be back once I got all of the chicken flour and batter and resting. All right, so over here we have the water for the noodles, for the macaroni, water for the mashed potatoes, and then way back here we have the oil. Now I like my chicken to be completely submerged in the oil, so I like this size pot. I see that my noodles is, my water for my noodles is boiling, so let's go ahead and add the noodles there. And let's test this just to see where we are. All right, so let's have a little water. You hear that? Can y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? It's getting ready, y'all. So in a second, we're gonna be frying some chicken. So you can see, we're gonna take a little pinch. See how it's all right, so y'all see that? How it's frying? That means that it is now ready. All right, so hopefully you guys can see that it's boiling. So we're just gonna mix it in just like so. I just mix it right in the pot. Stir that up. And then I'll add like some garlic, herbs, a little black pepper. And that's pretty much the gist of it. Now how my boys, and butter of course, like their mashed potatoes, they don't like a whole lot of. And they also like them thick because they like to pick them up with their hands. We're gonna switch eyes. This is the noodle pot. We're gonna let this continue to boil, and we're gonna turn the heat off of this to let the mashed potatoes stay warm. Okay. All right, let's get to it. Now, in my mama's house, you clean as you go. So that's why I'm trying to wipe the stove down. I already have some water ran for the dishes that I have to cook. Oh, excuse me, clean. The dishes I have to clean. We're gonna go from there. All right, y'all. So we're gonna come on back to the macaroni and cheese. So as you can see, it's done. It's nice and swollen. Once again, I over salted the noodles. I just used some pink Himalayan sea salt, and then I put some olive oil to keep the noodles from sticking together. So I'm gonna go ahead and dump that like that right there. Okay, we're gonna shake. Now in this particular case, I don't keep pasta water, stuff like that. Some people do. I don't. All right, y'all. So I have the pot on the stove. This is gonna be for the mac and cheese. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the mac and cheese in there and add a sizable amount of butter. I do use real butter. It makes a difference, I promise you. After that, I'm gonna go ahead and add some shredded cheese. It's a quick mac and cheese, so I'm not gonna be shredding up any cheese blocks. So go ahead and add your shredded cheese. I'm using 2 different bags. One is a blend. The other one is a mozzarella provolone blend. I believe it was like sharp cheddar and Italian, that sort of thing. After that, I'm gonna go ahead and add a dehydrated cheese pat. Now you see it looks a little dry. Add you some milk, okay? Dairy milk, cow milk, almond milk, oat milk, heavy milk, whatever milk of your preference. Go ahead and add that milk, and then keep stirring until it gets to the consistency that you like. I'll see that. Come on now. Come on now. Them ancestors happy, ain't they? They are singing to the rooftops. Yes, Lord. All right, y'all. So welcome back. So the chicken is to the crispiness that I like. Nice little pretty golden brown. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it out of the oil. And I'm going to put it in another batch. We're going to go ahead. Gonna fish and get it out. Now you can keep right on going, but that's just what I like. Now isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? Ooh! Ooh! Girl! Alright. So these some big old chicken thighs too. All right, let's go ahead and wash the hands. Again, you want to keep everything clean and sanitized. So I'm not going to touch anything else until my hands are washed. Make sure, at least what we do in my house, we like to clean up and wash as we go. Now, you don't have to do like us if you want to wash all them dishes at the end of the night. But when I'm the only one washing, I like to keep it easy on myself. All right, y'all. So we're about to get the broccoli done. So I have a pan here. I'm going to use butter, olive oil, get that heated up. Broccoli, we're going to pour it in there, season up, little Larry's, onion powder. Usually, don't have onion powder. Garlic powder, black pepper. Very, very simple recipe. Put what you like. That's just what my ancestors are telling me. That's what my stomach is telling me. Okay, y'all, so we're gonna go ahead and start cooking up this butter garlic real quick. So in my pan, you see I added some olive oil and a huge chunk of butter. Once again, I use real butter, baby. All right, here's a better angle for us so we see the fried chicken cooking over there in the background. Now, I'm using frozen broccoli that has been sitting out for a while, so it's a little bit thawed. Again, this is quick, so that's why I'm not using fresh. It's just what I had in my freezer. I didn't have any fresh. So I'm going ahead and season it with garlic powder, black pepper. Now, if you notice, you will hear me say powder a lot. And the reason why is because it doesn't have any salt added. So I can control how much sodium to keep for over salt on my food. Basically, the powder means it's a dehydrated form of whatever that vegetable is. All right, so I went ahead and seasoned it all up. I added garlic powder, black pepper, little Larry's, more butter. You can never have too much butter. I'm stirring it around, and then I'm just gonna put a lid on it so basically it can steam in its own juices. And of course I turn down the heat. All right, so we're back. Okay. So this is how the broccoli is looking, nice and buttery. Do y'all see that? See how it's still bright green? Y'all see that? That's what we want, okay? That's exactly what we want. We want to still be that bright green so we're getting on our nutrients, but cooked all the way through as far as tenderness and no ice or cold spots from it being frozen. So I turned the heat off and we're just gonna move it off the hot eye. All right, so let's go back to this chicken though. There we go, yes. Can we take a look at this chicken? Can we appreciate this fried chicken, honey? Ooh. Ooh. Man. Even I think I outdone myself. Okay, make sure I got a good grip on it. Oh yeah. Put this last little chicken thigh in there and let that cook up. Hey you guys, so the chicken is still cooking, but I want to go ahead and plate it up and show you guys the finished product. So here's the finished product. So there will definitely be more Cooking with the Ancestor episodes. Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends and family members. It's just a nice, wholesome family channel. I'm sharing my life with you, sharing my boys with you all. So, you know, just like, comment, subscribe. It's free. It's